Hey, greetings everyone. We are live. It's Darth Panisha with the dark side of the Force. And with me, my producer, faithful companion, heterosexual life mate.
Life mate.
I said life mate.
Not so silent random.
Not so silent random hero. And tonight, we have with
Hello,
us
everyone.
an expert in the field of comic books, Last Son. Say hi, Last Son.
How's it going?
Right on, right
Oh,
on.
man.
All right.
Could have just said hi, last son. That's what I always do. He's like, say hi, random hero. So.
And I have a special guest with me that nobody can see. And oh, my camera went dead. That's amazing. What in the... It's got... Oh, that's a great look. That's a nice look, too. There we go. Transition. Okay, we're good. I don't know why that is one to play that game tonight, but it is. Every time I bring up a folder, that happens. So, whoa. What happened there? Oh, perfect. You know, it's not a stream if the very first thing right off the bat doesn't go a little sideways, or a whole lot sideways in this.
True.
How in the fart sack did this go so crazy right here? All right. Dun, 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 dun. So the last couple streams we started off with deaths, and that just drags things down from the word go. So this time, let's start with some birthdays. So happy birthday to you. I sing like her. Anyway, who do you want to...
Whoever we're singing to.
Exactly. To, who did you want to say happy birthday to there?
I want to say happy birthday to Sigourney Weaver, Ellen Ripley, and Dana Barrett, depending on which movie series you grew up. Either it was Aliens or it was Ghostbusters, but it was one of them.
There you go.
So happy birthday 2 days ago to Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver. Also...
Pinnacle of my childhood.
There you go. Also celebrating a birthday is Josh Hutcherson. You may know him from... He's actually got a new movie coming out called Future something or another. I can't remember the name of it. I'll look it up in a minute. Happy birthday to Darcy Lynn Farmer. She's the ventriloquist from this year's America's Got Talent that had just like impressed
Oh, the
people.
little girl?
Yeah, the little girl.
Yeah, she was awesome, dude.
She just turned 13 today, and
No.
yeah, she's
Wow.
She's
talented.
Yeah, I don't know. Did she win? I haven't seen it since I've seen
actually,
her things.
I mean, spoilers, I guess. I think she did,
Spoiler
because,
alert.
based on what my wife told me.
Spoiler
I think
okay.
she did.
Also,
She has a Vegas show also.
how 13-year-old Vegas show? How?
Man, I'm in the wrong line of work.
No kidding. She opening for? Did she open for Jeff Dunham? I kill you.
Silent.
Silence. The old guy is my favorite. I don't even remember his name, but he's friggin' hilarious.
Oh,
Walter, that's right, Walter.
Yeah, Walter.
All right. Also having a birthday.
Dunham.com.
Also having a birthday today. Thanks for the cough.
My apologies.
Thanks for the birthday. Today's birthday.
Today's birthday is brought to you by Black Lung Disease.
Black lung disease. And by Nails Cigarettes. Have another nail and put it in your coffin.
Oh.
Clerks reference.
Whoa.
Today, happy birthday, Hugh Jackman, the Wolverine. 49 years old today. I can't believe I'm younger than Hugh Jackman, but he still looks better than me. So anyway,
He's a sexy dude, man.
Are you man crushing?
A little bit.
TV actor, and I couldn't tell you anything he's been in. Tyler Blackburn turns 31.
Pulp Fiction releases in 2 days. 94? So that's 20. My math sucks. Y'all do the math. 1994.
What are you talking about?
Pulp Fiction released.
Pulp Fiction came out in 1994.
Yeah.
Or this
Feel old
week?
yet?
This week? Yes.
Yeah, feel old.
I feel old every morning I get out of the bed.
Yeah.
Jeffrey Miller, some pop star, he turned 17. Dusty Rhodes, who passed away in 2015. His birthday was today.
Rest in peace.
Some other birthdays this week. Kirk Cameron turns 47. If that'll make you feel old. What was that show he was in with the twins?
Wait, no, he wasn't in
Kirk Cameron, was it?
Full House.
No. Yeah, I thought. Okay, who was in Full House?
No, Candace Cameron was in Full House.
Candace. Okay, his sister. That's right. I always get them backwards.
Roger Moore, 007, born this week.
Nice. Some chick with some crazy eyebrows. If you're at home and you're watching and you can break away for 2 seconds, go Google Miley Brown. Those are some eyebrows.
Oh man, today in history, John Denver died in the plane crash.
No,
we're
not talking about death.
I know. I'm sorry.
We're not
I'm
talking
sorry.
about birthdays. Madison Wolfe, 15 years old today. She's a movie actress.
Lynn Shay, 1943, the godmother of horror.
Nice.
She was in A Nightmare on Elm Street, Insidious, Critters, and Dumb and Dumber, and There's Something About Mary. Those two aren't really horror, but okay.
I love Something About Mary, though. That's a really good movie. Well, of all those, happy birthday, Hugh Jackman, Darcy Farmer, and Josh Hutcherson. I want to say Josh Hutcherson.
Sigourney Weaver.
Sigourney Weaver, my bad. But I want to say Josh Hutcherson was also in the Mockingbird trilogies. Or Mockingjay. I messed that all up. The Hunger Games, yeah.
Boo.
I'm looking at the books. Yes, I have the books. So that was all kinds of fun.
Man, you got the Jennifer Lawrence books?
Her character,
spend your money on something else.
Her character is in the books, but her personally, not in the books.
Was it Katniss something or other?
Katniss Everdeen.
Yeah.
May the odds forever be in your favor. All right. I want to bring up this image here in just a second.
Trying to be British now? All right. I done found myself the website together.
G'day, mate. Throw another shrimp on the Barbie.
That's Australian.
One of my favorite lines from
It's not British.
Dumb and Dumber.
Time to put another shrimp on the Bobby.
Yeah, he's Jim Carrey's just crazy.
Used to be cool. Jim Carrey's batshit fucking crazy.
Liar Liar was a good movie. All right. So now to talk about something we talked about last week. Was anybody online yet? Nobody in.
Wait,
nobody in YouTube.
Where are we going with this?
And we're going to Vegas. We're going to talk about Vegas. We're going to talk about the timeline. There was a change in the timeline. The major changes, I guess, were the times that the shooter. We'll just call him the shooter. That's all we're gonna. That's all he gets.
Yeah, don't glorify him with that.
Yeah, the shooter.
Throw his name out.
Yeah, we won't even say his name. But when the shooter, dang it, I'm trying to bring up another picture. When the shooter checked into the hotel, and originally they said the 28th, and then they changed that to the 25th. But there's other things that show that he may have actually had been there the 24th. So, and there's like meal receipts and other things that are questionable. But here's kind of a layout. You can see where the Mandalay Bay is, the Las Vegas Strip, the famous Las Vegas Strip, and then where the
infamous.
Infamous. And the Route 91 Harvest Festival was at, and you see it's literally right across the street from the hotel, well within range of most modern weapons. So I'll come back to that one. We'll look at Business Insiders. We're going to check out their timeline. So first things first, he checked into the hotel on September 25th. Again, that was a change, and my camera's down again. Yay, camera! I'm gonna have camera difficulties today, and I don't know why. It's saying it can't find my device. That is just lovely.
That's what she said.
That's what she said. Activate.
Quote unquote.
I know, right?
All right, so curiously, we talked about this the other day just a little bit.
Yes.
What does the change in timeline
Well, the biggest thing
really have to do with like the events that happen? How does it make it any better or worse? There is no better. How does it make it worse?
So
It's
let's
still news.
let's go through the timeline and the changes, and then we'll talk about the craziness that is. I can't believe my camera is just taking a poo again. Dang you, camera! It's not even recognized. Let me go see. Let me plug it back in.
Because I'm gonna say this before you say anything about it. I'm gonna say that no matter what you're saying, it's just the timeline change doesn't seem to matter to me, and I will explain why as we get into this.
Okay.
But it's just keeping. It's just like they're not talking about the victims. They're talking the timeline of this madman.
Right, but that's the thing
This
now,
dude
though.
did some sick shit, and I'm like, hopefully, right now he is like in the deepest cavern of hell, burning.
He's probably
But
getting
his
a pineapple
timeline
shoved
of what
in his
he's
butt.
doing, or of how he did it, there's a 6-minute discrepancy.
It's more than that, and I'm going to get into that. So, okay,
I'll
so,
save my comments then.
All right, so first thing is, again, gosh, this whole camera thing is making me janky. I may have to take a pause. Pause X.
No, just turn the camera off and let's just talk.
What can I, there we go, take that off. Da-da-da. I want people to see my beautiful face.
This stream sponsored to you by Vanity.
Vanity. When you're this good looking, you want to scare people to death. There he goes. Ta-da!
See, I want to go on the other way because apparently, your camera might be trying to tell you.
There we go. All right, so I got way too much stuff going. All right, camera's back
There was
on.
another move.
Gotcha. All right, September 25th, he checks into the hotel. Again, discrepancy 3 days later. So that's 3 whole days that they lost somehow. And one of the biggest things that people have brought up with 100% validity is this is Vegas. There is a camera everywhere. You can't fart without it getting caught on camera. So, I mean, look what happened to Ray Rice. He hit his old lady in a parking garage in Vegas and knocked her into an elevator, and they had all that videotape. But we've seen how much video on this guy. So there we
I
go.
don't know. I haven't watched much of it, but I mean, if Homeboy was just doing what they said, he's just carrying in like a bag or a suitcase or whatever. There's nothing suspicious about that.
Well, it's not that. Now they're saying he used the express or the service elevator to move all those weapons and stuff up, which
Did not hear that.
if you're a high roller, I mean, maybe you have those kind of privileges where you can just roam around behind the scenes of the Mandalay Bay, but
If he's gambling $1 million a day, like you said, then
Right.
he probably was that kind of high roller.
right. So he again.
Sorry, coughed again.
That's all right. The original, the police originally said that he checked in on Thursday, September the 28th, and then later changed it to the 25th. He asked for a high-level suite overlooking the Route 91 Harvest Festival, but couldn't immediately get one. The hotel source said that he didn't move into the 32nd floor room he used for the shooting until Saturday night, the night before the attack. So, and that he was given the room for free because he was a good customer. And that's, if you're a high roller, they usually comp you rooms.
Yeah.
Vegas Metropolitan Police Department say they found 23 guns and thousands of rounds of ammunition in his room. He appears to have planned, and this is the part that kills me. This is where they start speculating, but it appears he had planned meticulously for the attack, as well as a large number of guns. Paddock set up at least 3 cameras to monitor the corridor outside the room.
He had
Okay.
a cart, one on the door, and then he had one filming him.
Yeah,
too.
one in the room. So Sunday, October 1st at 9:40, the Route 91 Harvest Festival begins its closing act. Those acts were Eric Church, followed by Sam Hunt, and then Jason Aldean. And that was actually, the October 1st was the second night of the concert. So According to
You just brought up something that I kind of want to touch on later. Jason Aldean. I got a bone to pick with him, but okay.
All right.
I do.
According to Fox News, the country star Jason Aldean went on stage at 9:40 on the night of the shooting. He played for an hour and a half before the shooting began. He escaped unharmed, of course, because he was on stage and hauled butt off. He had a free and clear escape route to the backstage. 9:59.
He's lucky though.
So okay. At 9:40, remember, that's when the closing act began. Here's where I'm starting to see holes in everything, and it drives me nuts. 9:40, Jason Aldean starts. He played, according to Fox, he played for an hour and a half before the shooting start. But then this timeline says at 9:59, Paddock shoots the security guard inside the Mandalay Bay. So
6 minutes before he opens up on the crowd.
19 minutes into the concert, he shoots the guy. The first shots, Paddock, I said the guy's name. The first shots the shooter shot were not into the crowds, but an employee outside his hotel room door.
Mm-hmm.
In an update several days after the shooting, the Las Vegas Police Department said that at 1 minute to 10, Paddock shot security guard Jesus Campos on the 32nd floor. Campo was investigating an open door, not the door to Paddock's room.
I thought he was investigating a jammed door.
This just says open door. So jammed, open.
Yeah, I read that. So.
Yeah, there might be some
discrepancies already.
Yeah, some discrepancy. Hey, Matt Feltz, thanks for. And we're playing on the stereo at work again. So we're talking about the Vegas shooting. Everybody, where do you work, Feltz? Put that on there. And hey, Darth Conquest. No, we don't think he was on the grassy knoll, but with the timeline change, we're going to discuss this one more time.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh at that.
That's all right. It was kind of funny. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it was.
So 6 minutes later, Paddock begins his killing spree. So Fox is saying an hour and a half went by. So that would make it almost 11 o'clock when the first shots, according to the Fox, and this is in the same article. But then...
What?
Oh, okay, listen to what I'm saying. According to Fox News, the country star Jason Aldean went on stage at 9:40 on the night of the shooting, and he played for an hour. No, he played for a half an hour. Okay, I thought it said hour and a half. I can't read. All right, wow, that was a loud car.
Yeah, sorry.
That's all right.
I thought the shots went out at 10 something.
That's the first shot was at 9:59. That's when he shot the security guard. Then 6 minutes later, so at 10:05, 6 minutes later, that's when he would start shooting at the people in the concert. 6 minutes later, the killer started his killing spree.
Right.
So, using multiple rifles, Paddock rained bullets on the crowd of 22,000 people below him. Police say security footage from inside the hotel show the first shots were fired at 10:05. Officers started to exchange radio messages 3 minutes later. One exchange from 10:08 p.m. cited by Rutgers features a voice saying, "We have shots fired." It sounded like an automatic firearm. Las Vegas police say Paddock fired a dozen or so volleys during the shooting, in which 58 people died. At 10:12 p.m., police inside the hotel start closing in. So what I want to know is, from the time that the guard got shot, why didn't the security guard contact people? Why weren't the cops there before 10:12?
Okay, so here, this is what we talked about yesterday,
right?
Okay, so here's my thought. All right,
13 minutes after the first shot.
You're upstairs, you're walking around, you're like, hey, we got a jammed door, doing this, that, and the other. We're looking, we're like, hey, okay, and then I start taking automatic gunfire. I get shot in the leg.
See, that's the thing.
No, he shot it. No, I read the guy shot at him with a a single shot pistol, and then shot at him over 200 rounds with a fully automatic weapon.
And only hit him in the leg.
Yes, but okay. Well, you get shot in the leg. Okay, so now you're on a floor. What, 32nd floor was it?
Yes.
Okay, so you're on the 32nd floor of a casino hotel. You get shot in the leg. You have 200 rounds coming at you from a fully automatic weapon. What's the first thing you're gonna do? You're gonna get the hell out of the way. You're gonna find yourself some cover, and then maybe if you're shot in the leg, you're gonna plug your wound. You know, so I mean, it's a 6-minute thing. Ish, you know, so
but why
you gotta crawl away, you gotta find somewhere to hide, you have to radio down.
Why aren't you calling
shot? Then the person who's downstairs is gonna say, are you kidding me? It's major.
At 10:12, the first 2 police officers arrive on the scene.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
but I mean, just think about it.
But wait, let me finish. At 10:12, the first 2 officers arrive on scene. At 10:15, the last shots are fired out the window at the crowd. At 10:17, the first 2 officers arrive on the 32nd floor. Hold on just a minute. I'm gonna go beat a dog, and then I better not. So at 10:17, the first 2 officers arrive on the 32nd floor. At 10:18, security officer tells police he was shot and gives location of gunman's room. At 10:26, 8 additional officers arrive on the 32nd floor and begin to move down the hallway, clearing every room and looking for injured people. They no longer hear gunfire. At 10:55, 8 officers arrive in the stairwell at the opposite end of the hallway nearest the shooter's room. At 11:20, officers enter the room and see the shooter on the ground and the second door that could not be accessed from their position. At 10:27, a second breach is set off, allowing officers to enter the room. Officers quickly realize there's no one else in the room and announce over the radio that the suspect is down.
Okay, so from 9:56 to 10:27, that's 30 minutes.
Right. I guess my whole point is, and you got to remember, this is not a typical room. This is not like a room at the Motel 6 or whatever. This is a Vegas room for a high roller. So it has a large bedroom, a large bathroom. It has a bar. It has rooms. It's a big room.
Yeah.
So
pretty much it's most rooms like that for high rollers are modeled after apartments.
Right. So if you can imagine the room from the Hangover when they went to Vegas. So I guess my whole point is the guy gets shot in the leg at 10 o'clock or 9:59, and the cops aren't notified until they get there on the scene 17 minutes later. 18 minutes or 19 minutes later, he's telling the cops, hey, I got shot in the leg and the guy's in room so-and-so on the 32nd floor.
Okay, so think about that. This is just me, so tell me where I'm wrong. But okay, so like I said, you get shot. What's the first thing you're going to do? You're going to try to get away from it, right?
I'm going to call that. I'm going to use my
radio. If you don't have a gun, well, no. Yeah, you might want to say that, but the first thing you're going to do, if you don't have a gun to shoot back, the first thing you're going to do is get away from the gunfire. So we have no idea how long it took him to get away to where he felt safe. Then he radios down. Then they have to go through their, whole, are you kidding me? Or, is this a joke or is this real? Then they got to call 911. Then 911 has to spin their officers around. If they're all in the building, they have to get in their cars and drive to this hotel. Now we're talking like 9/11 kind of shit. You got people up on the 50th floor. Okay, how the hell long does it take you to get up these steps? You don't know where the shooter's at. You don't know what's going on. There may be multiple shooters, maybe whatever. So you have to advance at a slow pace to make sure clearing each floor where you're, hey, there's there was stories saying the cops were told they had shooters on one floor, another shooter on another floor, so they have to clear that, and then they finally get to where they're going. I mean, the fact they made it in 30 minutes, that's awesome. I mean, to me, you got to get the cops there, you got to get the information to them, and they have to converge on this room. I mean, this shit could have taken 5 hours just because they didn't, like, there was conflicting reports all over the place of people calling in saying, hey, we got a shooter here, we got another shooter here, there might be another shooter in another hotel, we got a shooter at Hooters. I mean, which was actually said. So, I mean, like, they're chasing things all over the place. 30 minutes response time, and the guy killed himself even before they got there. So, and I think the reason he did is because he was already discovered, and it kind of like maybe he felt like his escape plan, if there was one, was screwed up. But I mean, that's not a bad timeline. That's a decent response from cops. I mean, we all wish they could have got there earlier, but that is a decent response time from cops. Like, you're not going to get a shooter on a 32nd floor of a building in a crowded city like Las Vegas and have cops there in 5 minutes. Unless they knew it was going to happen and they were already outside, stacked up, ready to go. We're not going to look at this floor. We're not going to look at that floor. We're not going to go to this building. We're going straight to room number 352 or whatever the hell the room was. We're just going to go right there. They would have had a 5, 6, 7 minute response time to that. But there was multiple reports of people shooting from different places just because people were calling it in. So this is where me and you had this conversation yesterday. I don't see where that's a bad response time. So I will stop talking about it.
I guess my question. Well, hold on real quick. Last one there. I guess my issue is what happened after the shooter engaged the security guard, because I get it, not every security guard in the hotel is armed, but they do have armed personnel in those hotels.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. If you were the security guard and you were shot with a high-powered, fully automatic rifle, someone sprayed 200 bullets your way, would you not first think about, let's get my ass to cover?
I'd be getting to cover, but I'm also going to be calling out over the radio, I'm shot, I need help. I'm shot, I need help. I'm on the 32nd floor, send somebody up here to get my ass. I'm shot.
But maybe homie just decided he was going to, like, get to cover, and then he was going to call it in, like, once I'm safe, I can get on my... Like, that's shit we don't know.
I guess...
Well, and you got to think of the type of training that those security guards at those hotels get.
True.
Because... in those situations, like a regular person like myself, never been in a firefight, never had a gun fired at me, so I don't know how I would like react to that. So and I'm not calling people weak, but people deal with stress different ways. Having 200 bullets thrown at me, I might be in a little bit of shock, especially if I got a bullet in my leg. So, and I'm not saying you're wrong, Darth, but at all, but. And yes, he should have used his radios, but in that instance, like his first instinct,
fight or flight.
Crap! I just got shot. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? Get behind something. Pretty much it.
Man, I guess it is training, or maybe you don't actually know about what you would do in that situation. No. But I get there's so many details that aren't out there yet.
We're never gonna know the answers to this though, and that's the problem. Like this dude, he fucking chickened out, and he took himself out of the equation. We're never gonna know the 100%. Right. The 100% timeline, no matter what they speculate, is never gonna be factually accurate, unless someone can, I don't know, get a Ouija board and conjure this sumbitch's soul up and figure out what's going on. Pardon me for that. Didn't mean to spit. I should have moved my mic for that one.
Let's see if there's anything else. No, that's everything that's covered in the timeline. So
yeah, I'm looking on hell.com right now to see if he checked in or not.
Yeah, they moved that.
That was
which,
a joke.
Haha. They moved the timeline from when he checked in. Hell.com.
Yeah, hell.com. Checked in.
Dude, does Satan hire like a demon crew for his IT or?
Yeah, I don't.
Wonder how that works.
I don't know. Ask North Korea.
Yeah, here's the thing though. He would have to have a lot of air conditioning because you got to keep those servers and computers at around 40 degrees, and it's hot as hell down there.
Gotcha. No, I see what you did.
See where I went? See where I went with that one as I crunch a piece of
Yeah.
All
We should
right.
probably move forward, but I do want to say one. Like I said, I have a bone to pick with Jason Aldean. Now everyone seems to have this bone, but I agree with it. Jason Aldean, the guy on the stage. Now I can if you wanted to say like, hey, I'm scared. I mean, you've met me in real life, like you know me, and so just probably everyone that's listening, they know me. Like I'm a bit of a chicken shit, Something scares me, I'm gonna tell you it scared me, and I may not go back there. But he was offered the opportunity to go to the UFC fight the following weekend and sing the national anthem or the Star Spangled Banner or whatever he wanted to say with a group of survivors, wounded people, and first responders. And he's like, no, I'm not going to do anything. Instead, he goes to SNL and performs, like, I don't know, his newest single. I'm not really sure what he's saying. But he's like, I'm not going to perform. I don't want to perform live. And he goes to SNL. So Dana White, the, president of UFC, who pretty much is one of the people that runs Las Vegas, is like, get fucked. Just stay out of Las Vegas. And they ended up with, who was it? Everclear or someone came down and sang for him. But they're like, hey, come back here. We got injured victims. We got first responders. We got all these people. It was happening when this happened. Come back here. All the first responders went back. All the victims and the wounded and whoever went back. They all went in there. But Jason Aldean didn't. He went to New York, completely across the country away from it, to hype up his album.
Was that already? Well, I mean, if it's a pre-scheduled
No, it wasn't.
thing.
It wasn't scripted. No, that was asked by SNL to pull him in there because it would make news. That's a bullshit move.
Yeah, it sounds like a punk move. I'm not gonna try to guess his motivation behind it either. Except for
Oh man, I
almighty
gotta
dollar.
save for work my language up. I'm sorry.
All right.
Anyway, and Jason Aldean rant.
And it's done. Okay, so let us talk about, and warnings, this may be a possible spoiler alert for those of you that want to see The Last Jedi. I've heard of people already buying their tickets. And
Wait, are we
what's
gonna
that?
talk about the trailer?
Yeah, we're going to talk about the trailer.
Oh man, I haven't seen the trailer.
Spoiler alert
Well, the
for
newest
you.
one. Yeah, I guess so.
Well,
Spoiler alert, everybody dies.
yeah, bring it up and bring it up and watch it while I'm prepping this. So,
all right. I'll
I
mute
guess
myself.
the thing about the poster, there's already fun speculation about the poster. If you see, look at the poster, it's right here to my, whichever one makes an L, to my left, or it's on the screen. Luke Skywalker's head kind of makes the top of something, maybe Darth Vader's helmet. That's what people are saying. Rey is one eye.
No.
Kylo Ren is the other eye. Right? If you notice that from Princess Leia's kind of like the top of her head down to Poe, not Poe. What's his name?
Finn.
That's right. Over to the other side and then back up, kind of make a triangle shape, so that there's the speculation is that that's Vader's
Breather?
helmet and his breather. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's
I
a
don't-
that's I don't either. It's, to me, that's reaching, and I'm like, no, that's lame. But that's what some people will try to speculate anything. They will reach in there and try to draw crap out of. I think a lot of it's
I speculate
wishful thinking.
Haagen-Dazs is going to make some taco flavored ice cream in like the next 6 months.
Ooh,
I am there.
how would that be?
Shit.
taco
Me too.
flavored ice cream. That would be
Awesome.
throw some.
Don't even try to don't even shit talk it. Just it would be awesome.
I had pumpkin pie ice cream the other day.
Ew.
It's good.
White girl.
It's good. I love. And you
get
can,
it at Starbucks.
And you can bite me because no, it wasn't at Starbucks, and it was not pumpkin spice latte for Epa Crappuccino or whatever.
I got a pumpkin spice a snow cone. It was awesome.
Dairy Queen makes a great pumpkin pie blizzard, and it's not spice; it's pumpkin pie. So there, shove it.
You're gonna tell us you get pumpkin spice enemas.
How do you think they get the pumpkin flavor into ice cream? It is a spice.
Pumpkin spice.
Wait, what did he say? I missed that.
Pumpkin spice enemas. Oh.
Oh, God. Hey, actually, let's trademark that right now.
No.
Because you know someone. No, you know some stupid person in like California or New York is going to be like, you know what would make this trip to the doctor better? A pumpkin spice enema. I know I have to have one done, but you know what? Goals. And they're going to do it. So we can make some money off that. Trademark that shit right now.
So,
copyright, Death Squad.
There you go. So
Dork side, excuse me.
During Monday Night Football, the much anticipated second new Star Wars movie in the canon, or no, how would you put that? It's the second Star Wars movie in the series. So like we started out with A New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and I'm sorry, New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi. That was 4, 5, and 6, and then we did the prequels 1, 2, and 3. Then we went to 8, or when we went to 7. Yeah, then we did 7, which was Force Awakens, and now The Last Jedi. For those of you who aren't real big Star Wars fans, you need kicked in the head for one thing. But the Rogue One was actually just a Star Wars movie. It wasn't in the movies sequels or prequels. It
was actually concurrent with
right.
Fire what?
Roger.
Yeah, it was after 3 before, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. So the new one, the trailer dropped during halftime of the Chicago Bears Minnesota Vikings game. What's that?
That had to have been just the most exciting thing to see on television.
The Vikings game, it was pretty good. Vikings. I'm a semi-Viking.
Yeah, in the third quarter, it was like 3-2.
I'm a semi-Viking fan, so it was a good game. Viking.
It was like 3-2 in the third
Viking
quarter.
Viking fans were happy when it was over. That's all I'll tell you. So then,
was it 10-3?
No, it was like 17-16 or something like that. I don't know. It was a good game.
Wow, that's like watching a tennis match.
I thought it was a pretty good game. I liked it. I don't watch, it's like people that watch. Oh crap! People that watch baseball games and bitch about no hitters. I love no hitters. I mean, that's the
well,
challenge.
that's the point.
But then
that's the point. The point in football is to score some shit. Like I don't mean to like.
Well, you're gonna be excited to watch a baseball game where one team scores 20 and the other team scores 21. I mean, they just every inning hit a home run. I mean,
yeah. If I'm a fan with a glove outside waiting to catch a home, I sure as hell.
I'm all about it.
I'm gonna ostracize myself with your.
Let's jump into a little
game. Watch a damn Patriots game.
Anyway.
Yeah. Hey, what do you at the 5 rings? All you want there, buddy.
So I don't care how many rings they got. It's not my team. It's your team. But anyway, I'm all for steroids in sports because, like, I want my baseball players to hit like 5,000-foot home runs into the parking lot, and I want them throwing 900-mile-an-hour fastballs and all the roids they want. I want dudes that are like huge, can barely walk out without their thighs rubbing together.
If I can tear my rotator cuff and they give me steroids, then I didn't get the cool kind of steroids either. I didn't get the make you millions of dollars for hitting homes. I got the make you fat and retain water weight and give you back knee kind of steroids. It's fucking stupid.
Yeah, I did forget about the animated series, the Clone Wars and the Rebels, but that was TV. It really wasn't a movie, so I didn't lob it in there with the rest of them.
Who commented that?
That was Darth Conquest. So,
okay.
But those are on Netflix. That's another reason I love.
They actually put some of that in the canon, though.
Yeah, they did. And I really haven't got to watch the Rebels very much. I've been trying to sit down and watch that, but I did watch the Clone Wars, and I thought it fit really well with the movies. and they
Well,
did
Rebels
the
isn't
characters really well. So
Okay, I'm gonna ask a question about a character because I think she may have showed up in one of the movies, but I'm not sure. Did Osaka Tano show up in the
No.
movie? Are you sure? Because I thought she did in. What was it? Was it 3 where they executed all the damn Jedis?
No.
It showed that little montage where they're running around.
that wasn't
That-
her though.
Same race.
That wasn't her.
Same race with different person.
Yep.
Because Ahsoka Tano actually stopped showing up during, and this is where they implemented some of the animated series into the canon. And this
Okay.
put up Star Wars Rebels. Her and Vader actually fought. And this was
For real?
This is right after like Anakin became Vader, when he came into his own, got rid of the Anakin side of basically, aka killed Anakin, and then he basically became, Vader.
Was this before he lost the limbs and got burnt from head to toe and all that?
No, this
when
was
he
the
was still like a
after that.
human.
He had this, I killed your father kind of thing. He killed the Anakin side of him. So this is when he adopted the whole Vader persona, and they actually fought at a Sith temple, an abandoned Sith temple, and Ahsoka.
Him and Osaka did?
Yes, it was one good fight for an animated series and a 37-year-old man saying this, but there was.
What was this in? Rebels
Clone
or?
Wars.
Yeah, Star Wars Rebels.
Yeah, Rebels. My bad.
Oh, I'm gonna have to watch that now.
It's pretty good.
I bought a book about her, and I really like that character. So
There's also another battle that you will find out. Not going to spoil it for you, but there's another battle in there that everybody has been waiting to see, and you see it in that show.
Dun, 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 dun.
in Rebels,
Dun, dun,
Yes.
dun,
going in the queue tonight.
dun,
Awesome.
dun,
Thank you.
dun, 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 dun.
Since how we're on Star Wars, let me touch on, because I know Random, you mentioned that you were familiar with the old Vader series.
Slightly, but yes.
Done by Marvel. Well, that
Yeah.
series was like him coming into, or him actually being in power, where he was actually, making his own. That series is basically, he doesn't know what Palpatine's doing, or Darth Sidious doesn't know what he's doing, but he's doing his own thing. So he's like,
Is that where the Doc Afra or whatever her name was?
Yeah, this is
introduced?
where Doc Offer is actually introduced. The new series that I was actually telling Dark Punisher about, and then that you said you weren't familiar with, that
Right.
is actually right when he becomes Vader. This series, you see him
No kidding.
making his lightsaber that he uses as Darth Vader against Luke, against Kenobi. You see him, you see his rise to power. And this is like after Sidious tells him that in a fit of rage he killed Queen Amidala, or Padme.
So basically, after Episode 3.
Yeah, he's still dealing with that anguish because he feels, or he is led to believe that.
Oh, worst line of that trilogy, man.
Well, and then you see, what was it? Can't remember the master's name, but you actually see Darth Vader get beat by one of the first Jedis he's tried to go and assassinate. Because he went out to venture out and see any stragglers.
It wasn't Plo Koon, was it?
No. Plo Koon was killed while he was flying.
Oh yeah, he was in that
during
mess.
the movie. Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Let me see.
Wow, man, I have to go pick these books up now.
They are on issue 8, or it's either 6 or 8.
Oh, eBay. I can figure this out real quick. So
You can actually get them Midtown Comics, very cheap. You get a
love
discount.
Midtown Comics. That's where I find everything. That and eBay.
Addicted. What else? As far as the Darth Vader series, that's pretty much all I got.
So the Vader series stopped and it started back over. So they're
Yeah.
past the Doc Afra thing and they're on something new now.
I think the 2015 series went to about 27 or 30, because I got up to like 18. and then it started all over.
So they did like a New 52 / Rebirth kind of thing.
Prequel, because they show you where Darth Vader is in power, and he has his little minions or his little piece of pawns in place. This is before Vader actually had those pawns in place. So you see him how he does, but then you see, you know, his rise to power. This is like Vader.
Is this the Rogue One Vader?
I would say this is before the Rogue One. Well, about the same time.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, because Charles Soule.
Right on, man. I gotta check this shit out.
Charles Soule is the actual writer, and to quote him, he says, "In my head, I call this book Vader One." While the Sith Lord does exist prior to the start of this book, during the final act of Vengeance, I think this is where his story really begins. This is where you form, at least in the form most people think of when they visualize Darth Vader, instead of having,
so yeah, that's in that timeline.
Yeah.
So going back to the trailer.
Sorry.
We kind of like went way far of the trailer, but anyway.
We had some good info in there, though.
Last Jedi picks up right where 2015's Force Awakens left off, with Rey delivering the Skywalker.
Say it again. Say it slower.
No.
Say it slower.
No.
Come on.
No.
Do it.
No. Delivering the Skywalker family lightsaber. Delivering the Skywalker family lightsaber to Luke, who's been missing, presumably in search of the lost Jedi temple on the oceanic planet of Axtu. So, this is
Ireland.
What's that?
It's Ireland. Sorry. I mean, spoil that for anyone. I'm just. It's an island in Ireland.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
No, it's in Nick 2 or.
If you can't, if you can't play the game,
I played the game.
Be there. Be in the moment.
Okay. All right.
There you go.
You're right. It's in Nick 2. Where was it?
Act 2.
Latu Verata Nick 2.
There you go.
What was that from?
God, I can't remember, dude.
Come on, man. Evil Dead?
There you go. my nerd head is on overload. Nerd brain. Yeah. This little section over here is devoted to all things nerds. So anyway, she's going to the oceanic planet of Actu to give him the lightsaber. I swear, when I see you again,
I'm quit. I'm done.
Punching you in your bad shoulder.
Which one?
Both at the same time, when you're least expected. This is not going to go the way you think. Luke says at one point in the trailer, can that line be seen as a metaphor to the movie, which many fans are expecting to mimic the Star Wars Empire Strikes Back original sequel? Luke was barely seen in.
I haven't seen it.
No, I'm not going to quote it. If you want
Please.
me to.
I want you to. Spoil it for me.
Well,
I'll watch the thing after this is over. I mean, spoil it. But at least maybe I could offer some insight to it.
I will. I'll get there for you.
Right.
Luke is barely seen in The Force Awakens. Of course, you don't see him till the end, but seems to have a large part in The Last Jedi, and he and Rey are prominent in the trailer as well. Rey's lightsaber prowess and developing powers seem impressive. Luke says, I've seen this raw strength only once before. It didn't scare me enough then. It does now.
Is that about Darth?
About Rey.
No.
Yes.
Who did you see it in before?
That they don't say.
But you think it's about Darth?
It could be, but you got to remember he trained. I don't know, but he was training Jedi before, and he was training Ben.
Yeah, so.
Could it be about Kylo? Could it be about one of the other Jedi he trained? Could it? I don't know.
Did he train Kylo?
Yeah.
Wow, I need to go back and watch The Force Awakens again. Apparently, I mean, no reason needed. I will go watch it. Love that movie.
Because of Ray. So anyway.
No, not just that. Dude, I like all of them. My son loves Poe Dameron.
Poe. Okay.
Yeah.
Fans who are still discovering the loss of you-know-who, Han Solo.
Spoilers.
Better guard their hearts. In the
Like
trailer.
3, 2, 1, go.
In the trailer, Kylo Ren seems to be gunning for his own mother this time. So I kind of saw this coming. Heard rumors that General Organa is going to bite it in the movie. So
Seems like the only way they can write her off, because I mean, rest in peace, Leia. But I mean, you can't really be around for Episode 9 if you're not here.
Oh, this is weird. So fans of the first movie in this series, The Force Awakens, are calling themselves Reylos.
What?
Reylos. That's fans of the Force Awakens are calling
Can't
themselves
you just say you're a fan?
Reylos. I don't get it. I don't get it, dude.
Do they kneel when the Darth Empire music
They
comes
might.
on? Dun, 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 dun. Oh, take a knee.
Oh, are you
For
kidding
somebody
me?
that actually witnessed somebody that had Jedi on their dog tag,
Yes, I have. I've seen that 4 times.
yes.
Jamie, me and you actually, or excuse me, Darth. Whoops. We have deployed with someone that did that, because Jedi can't technically considered an actual religion. Someone made that a thing to where you can put that on there.
I may or may not have a dog tag that has Jedi Master or
Dude, I have a dog tag that
Dark
says
Lord of the Sith.
I mean, it doesn't mean I believe in this shit.
Is that an official dog tag though?
Well, it was made for me by the military. I put a form in and
As
said,
official,
"Hey, send me
as
this."
official as it gets.
I got one that says Wade Wilson has his tag number from the comics, and then I have another one that says Deadpool. Also has his, what do you call it? His ID number, whatever. Yeah. I submitted that, and I got that shit from Fort Campbell.
Some of the scenes from the movie trailer, they have Rey practicing with a lightsaber. Kylo overlooking.
Keep talking.
Kylo overlooking the one of the battle decks in a Star Destroyer. Some of
Go back to Rey.
No, you can mute your mic and get a towel and be with Rey all you want to be in your
Easy.
time.
My wife's watching this shit. I
Some
don't need a towel, man. Have you seen me? I just need like a napkin.
some advanced AT-ATs. I'm just gonna walk right past that one. Luke's hand as he receives the lightsaber from Rey, his mechanical
Oh,
hand.
yeah, the Terminator hand?
Yep.
I saw a picture of that.
Kylo's lightsaber, it's black, it's in red, it looks pretty badass. And we kind of talked about lightsabers last time, and the one thing I didn't really talk about was Kylo's lightsaber. Kylo is not a Sith Lord, and his lightsaber is not stable. That's why it looks more lightning-y than like Vader's blade. So watch Return of the Jedi, then watch Force Awakens and compare Darth Vader's blade with Kylo's blade.
Did they say that he found Vader's and it was cracked? That's why it was unstable? Or was his more synthetic? Or
They really haven't gotten into that, and that's something I really haven't explored much into. And we'll bring that one into a later episode of the Dork Side of the Force. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and greetings to everybody at Ryder. Thanks for listening. Thanks, Matt Feltz, for putting us on there, and we hope you're enjoying this so far.
I'm watching the trailer now, so.
There's also R2 with Luke, Kylo and his helmet. Kylo's got an interesting thing. Looks like a patch of some kind under his right eye in the trailer, and Then there's
Real quick, I'm halfway through this trailer. Did he just smash his helmet against the wall?
Yes.
yes,
Why?
because why did he take his lightsaber and destroy a control panel?
Cause yellow.
What?
Cause Leroy Jiggy.
All right, makes sense.
Because it can. And that's
Back
one of the
to the trailer.
thing. That's
I'll be
one of
back
the
in-
thing with Force Awakens. People kind of bagged on Kylo because he couldn't control his anger and he took it out on things. So anyway, of course, this could possibly be the last
Well, he was
movie
conflicted.
that we see Leia in, General Organa. There's a new creature that looks like somebody's upside down chin with big eyes, and I don't know, it's weird looking. Captain Phasma is back, the most overrated, underplayed character in The Force Awakens. Beautiful stormtrooper outfit that's straight silver, and then she's like 5 lines in the whole movie, and you don't really know anything about Captain Phasma other than it's female. And that kind
Well,
of
that actually comes out in
Yeah.
her act. She has a book. Marvel released her.
yeah.
book.
I just seen her book came out as well for the Star Wars canon. Her
Yeah.
what do you call those novels? I don't call them novels. It's just a book. It's a book. A novel to me is more than 500 pages. Another lovely picture. There's this dog-like, wolf-like creature with the big long ears in one of the winter scenes, and people are like, well, what's all that about? Nobody really knows. You're going to learn some more about Snoke, and you're going to actually see him up close and in person, not the blue hollow that you see. There's a picture of Rey getting, looks like
I have a theory about Snoke.
backbreakered. We'll discuss your theory.
No, it's fine. I was just saying that, and I'm going back to the trailer now. So
And that's all the photos they show. Unfortunately, due to copyrights, I can't play the trailer because I don't want to get in trouble. So my very first one when I played "Going Down for Real" by Flo Rida, I got a lovely little email about copyright infringements. So it was a good thing I didn't play the whole song. Darth Conquest, I'm right there with you, brother. I may or may not have a dog tag that says anything about being a Sith Lord or dark side of the Force or anything like that. But not made with army stuff or wasted time in any way for those fraud, waste, and abuse people out there. All right. So, without further ado, I'd like to talk a little comics with our special guest, who has been talking with us while we've been talking. Last Son.
My time to shine. Let's see.
hang on real quick.
Oh,
Let's watch this trailer.
and
Why is Rey? The thing with her and Kylo.
the trailer
I
leaves a
need someone to
lot,
show me my place and all this, and he's like, "Here's my hand."
but
What the hell?
that's a trailer of a 3-hour movie that's cut down into pieces. Is that her talking to him? Is that, there's a lot that's left open there. If in one scene it looks like Poe has gone to the dark side. Not Poe, Finn. Finn has gone to the dark side. I mean,
No, the only thing I saw of Finn was him fighting Captain Phasma, who I thought was.
Say that again. You broke up there at the end.
I thought Captain Phasma was thrown in a trash chute, and it was Finn fighting Captain Phasma.
That's the trailer. I mean, Finn does fight
I
Captain
know
Phasma in
this
the trailer.
damn
But
trailer.
I know. It's
Gosh damn it! I
left
shouldn't have watched this.
But that's what a trailer's for, though. It's supposed to spark your interest and make you want to go see the movie and be like,
Yeah,
"What
but
the
it's
hell was
sparking.
that?" Now I gotta
like,
go see
why
it.
is Rey asking Kylo Ren for help?
There
Is
you
he
go. Go watch the
coming good
movie. It'll
again?
tell you. Go,
Because
go
he
watch
had-
the movie. It'll tell you. I mean, that's what the trailer's
Well, you know, when
for.
the movie comes out, I will go watch it. But
I mean, that's what the trailer's
he
for.
was battling himself in the last one. He was having. Oh, hang on, my son's raising his hand next to me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, hang on. My son has an idea.
Random Junior.
Come to the mic. Get to the mic.
When Kylo was supposedly about to kill Leia, it was probably just some good editing, and he's actually not going to, and that he's actually struggling with himself, and he's gonna turn to the light side, and when Rey takes his hand, he's gonna turn back to the light.
That's a theory.
Oh shit! That's
I don't know.
All right. What do you think about that?
I don't really know what to tell you. I'm waiting for the movie.
My kid is smarter than me.
Again, when I go to the movies, I want to be a blank slate. I want to go in there knowing what I already know, but not having any preconceptions about what's going to happen. And then I don't get disappointed, or my theory doesn't get disproven. Now I'm mad. Well, they should have did it this way. So I got a question about what I'm drinking in my cup. My
Sweet tea.
Vikings cup.
Sweet tea.
I'm actually drinking Mountain Dew. No rum. Although that would be lovely. But yes, my Vikings cup.
Hey,
of who is this of?
We lost our guy with us.
Chad Greenway. Oh, did we lose?
No, I'm here.
Oh, there he is. There he is. Sorry.
Chad Greenway, and I'm drinking Mountain Dew. I am sorry, it's not anything. Any alcoholic or adult beverage.
He might have heard me. I'm drinking alcohol.
All right. So now back to last.
Did you say lucky?
Yeah, I gotta work in the morning.
Yeah.
So do I.
Last Son. What do we want to start with in our comic books? What do you want to talk about first?
Well,
give us a break from Star Wars for a second. How about that? Does that help?
There has been this new emergence called Rebirth in the DC universe.
Boo.
Well, you say boo, but that's
I say boo. I mean, that New 52, then Rebirth. Now, boo on some of it, good on some of the other. It's just like.
Well, the Rebirth has been an answer to the fans because they wanted stuff back.
Not all of them.
They wanted the original Superman. They wanted Barry Allen to be more of a not so much the integral part, because he was missing the original Wally West, his predecessor.
Isn't he like a huge part of the Rebirth, though?
Who, Wally West?
Barry Allen.
Well, Barry is, but Wally is a bigger part.
Yeah, he starts the whole universe in this issue.
In the Rebirth or
that's up on the screen. In the Rebirth. We're not talking about the New 52. We're talking.
I'm not on your screen, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's the DC Universe Rebirth, the very first copy that was Universal that launched all the other series.
I will say, I am digging the
Justice League.
Teen Titans in this one.
Well, what happens is Wally comes back, and through certain time instances or whatever, he actually is tied to Barry in a deeper kind of emotional thing. But the main points is Wally West is an integral person in Rebirth, Superman is an integral person, and Batman. So the reason I say that is because during the first issue, and Darth, if you have a picture of this, it'd be great. The Watchmen. If anybody's familiar with The Watchmen, Alan Moore, 1984 graphic novel or series back then.
Yeah, this has something to do with the whole thing, doesn't it?
Yes. A button, which was the comedian's button with blood on it, he's famous, was given to Batman via Wally West while he was in between time. Barry Allen actually says in Flash that The blood on the button has traces of radiation, unlike anything we've seen. Now, the only other person that in that universe that is associated with radiation was Dr. Manhattan, who also gets a mention in the Titans Rebirth, that whole series.
Wait, Titans or Teen Titans?
Titans. There's Teen Titans and then there's Titans.
Yeah, I've been following the Teen Titans.
Give me 1 second. Well, I was bringing up my article that I was. Um, the
Oh, did we lose him? Oh crap! Well, maybe he's looking up the article. In Watchmen. Oh man, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. I have not seen that movie. I know. I have it. It's right beside me. I just haven't watched it.
My mic was off just then. That's lovely. So anyway, the Dr. Manhattan. Now we can.
Okay.
I don't know what happened, but we lost you there for a minute. But anyway, going back to what you said about the radiation, that's in the Watchmen, the movie. That's the kind of the way they helped bring Dr. Manhattan down, is they had him on a talk show, and then they brought out this lady that, because of his radiation, had started losing her hair and had basically radiation poisoning, and it kind of, that was his part of his downfall in the movie. So go ahead, last son.
Well, this all comes to a head. There's the Superman series where you meet this character, you have no idea who he is. Some people say he's the Superman from the Tangent universe. Some people say he's Ozymandias, the Watchmen universe. But the Doomsday Clock series, November 11th is when this starts. This is when all this comes to a head. And it is hinted on one of the covers that this might be, very possible, the end of Superman.
Oh.
I mean, how many ends has this guy met, really? But what really happened was the New 50, random how you mentioned, that Superman died. The Superman that is in Rebirth is the Superman we all grew up with. The one that died fighting Doomsday, was resurrected, so on and so forth. Who is the new Superboy. Anyway, well, that Superboy also has an but that's pretty much the widespread rebirth of the DC universe. Now, following along with DC, Dark Knight's Metal.
Go in there.
This is, it's an okay series. I got up to issue 2. I got a couple of the one-shots, like the Batman the Red Death and the Machine, which pretty much this is like an ode to Batman. I'll be honest, this is my opinion on this whole thing. Because you see Batman as the Flash, you see Batman as Cyborg, Green Lantern, a Kryptonian, a Themysciran Amazonian. It's basically...
Did you say you see Batman as all those?
Yes. Batman as a because this is the Dark Multiverse. You'd have to read it. I really don't want to describe all this because it's just.
No, it's I just was questioning what I heard. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
Dark Knight's Metal, right?
Yes, Dark Knight's Metal.
I just put it up there. This one that I got up there, I can't see what issue it is.
Save that picture and send it to me. I'm gonna look it up, buy it.
I'll put it in the Discord, but it's got him.
Cool.
It's got him wielding a couple dual axes.
That is
Batman?
Dark Knight's Metal number D.
Okay.
That's a variant issue cover.
Okay.
But it's a pretty good book because they get captured by Mongol, and they have to do an arena fight, but each one of them doesn't have stuff that they can't use their powers with. It's a pretty good series. It's abnormal to see Batman as all these different heroes. I'm sure there's a deeper. Haven't gotten that far into it.
That is pretty weird.
Huh.
Covered.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Huh.
I'm gonna have to follow this new Darth Vader comic too.
The Dark interesting. I read 2 issues online, and it's not bad. Let's see.
What's your favorite comic, bud?
That's a huge list. I really don't have big comics. I have my favorite writers, favorite artists, stuff like that. But
who's your favorite artist then?
Oh, that would hands down be Alex Ross. Well, it's a tie.
Nice.
It's a tie
That's
between
actually.
Alex Ross or Brian Azzarello.
I'm with you with Alex Ross. Okay, so going into stupidness here, who's your favorite cover artist? Who do like exclusive like covers? Maybe doesn't really do the books. I have 2, and they're gonna be. I'm gonna get made fun of for this, but the first comic I ever read, like that I bought myself, was Gen 13. So I have a lifelong like fandom to J. Scott Campbell. Love Adam Hughes.
Yeah, Adam Hughes is good.
Yeah.
I would say Mark Bagley. I mean, he did a lot
Nice.
for Batman.
Yeah.
Mark Waid. Mark Waid's pretty good because he did.
Refresh me on Mark Waid.
Who else? He did a lot for the Flash also.
Oh, okay. My kids probably heard of him then. I'm not a big DC guy. Like I like Batman, and I like the. That's about it. I'm more of a Marvel independent guy, more independent than anything. Like I said, one of the first comics I ever bought myself was Gen 13, and I've loved J. Scott Campbell ever since. Now I know now he just does ladies on the cover for the money and everything, but I mean, Gen 13 and Danger Girl. Danger Girl was a Indiana Jones spinoff, and but with women. Abby Chase and all. I have a thanks to actually a member of the Death Squad, by the way, a new member of the Death Squad, Private Places. I have a statue of Abby Chase because of him.
Speaking of that, if you would like to get on the Discord chat or check out the Death Squad, you can go to right above my head here, www.darthpanisha.com. It's got a schedule of events and also a gaming request page at the bottom of the Death Squad page. So RNG Peach says Todd McFarlane. I don't know if that's his favorite artist, but I'm a huge Spawn fan.
No, he did. Well, yeah, he did Spawn, but I mean, he gave us some of the most, a few of the most iconic Spider-Man covers.
Oh yeah,
we have.
Definitely.
Dude, there are so many. Even J. Scott Campbell did it. I mean, with Gen 13, it was Grunge 13 is what it was called. But the where he's kneeling crouched with the web around him and everything, it was Spider-Man #1 in the McFarlane run.
Didn't McFarlane like do a spinoff company? Wasn't he like one of the first to do a spinoff company?
Jim Lee, Rob Liefeld, they made Image.
Yes,
Yeah.
Image. That was the name of it. I couldn't think of the name of it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's who did
What happened was Marvel and
Wildcats and all them.
if you did their comic books, then Marvel and DC owned those. If you created heroes for them, they owned them.
I think actually only DC owns them, right?
Well, Marvel did it too.
What characters Marvel own though?
What do you mean?
Well, I thought right now DC, like, okay, in the New 52, characters from Wildcats and from Gen 13. Okay, Caitlin Fairchild from Gen 13, the main character, showed up in Superboy.
Yeah.
Grunge was in. What was he in? He was in something, but like I didn't think Marvel owned any rights to them.
To Image characters?
Yeah.
No, that's not what I'm saying. If an artist like Todd McFarlane, if they invented heroes, then Marvel would hold the rights to that character and they would keep them. Now, Image, the way they made Image was it was artist made, artist owned. The company did not hold ownership of those characters, so then they could put them in books that they wanted to. You didn't have to do a crossover agreement. You didn't put them in.
Oh hell! This whole time I thought DC just bought out Image.
No, they did, because Image went down to the tubes because Rob Liefeld's a hack when it comes to art.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I've seen his artwork. Trust me, I have some tattooed on my, but I've never seen anyone that has muscles like the back of their neck.
I'm gonna touch on one more series and then on really quick.
What you got for me?
American Gods. It's a show on A&E. It was a novel by Neil Gaiman.
I started watching the show and I couldn't get into it.
Well, the novel is a lot better. And the books are great because you have Neil Gaiman's writing, and then the artist is...
Are you saying Neil Diamond?
Gaiman.
No, Gaiman.
Oh, with a G. Okay, sorry.
P. Craig Russell is the artist, and Scott Hampton is the colorist. Great art. It is great art, great storyline, and it's basically... it's in mythos, it's in theology. You have the gods of old countries coming to America, have our own obsessions, internet, electronics, money, lust, things like that. They're personified because of belief of people in America. So it's far different. So you learn a lot of old country lores like Ireland, England, the Norse mythology, and there's a lot of other cultural mythologies that on top of seeing a great story.
Some of the gods from the television show are Mr. Word, his name says it all, Easter, the goddess of spring, Technical Boy, god of technology, Mad Sweeney, the leprechaun, Billiquist, the goddess of love, Mr. Nancy,
Real quickly,
the trickster god.
Stupid.
Let me finish these out real quick. Mr. Wednesday, the con man. I can't even pronounce that one, but he's the god of evil. He's carrying a big sledgehammer with some blood on it. It's like a German name. It's almost like Scheibog. Say that again.
He's a
Slovakian.
An old god. He's like Russian or Prussia
Okay.
back in those days.
Laura Moon, the dead wife, and then Shadow Moon, the ex-con. So those are the gods. Go ahead, Random. What were you saying?
Oh, it was just a dumb thing that actually dates back to my childhood here. The goddess of spring. What's her name? Is it Persephone?
Easter. That's what it is. But yeah, it is Persephone. What is she? What realm is she in? I can't remember.
Persephone was Roman.
Roman, that's right.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get
I don't know why that stuck in my
Roman,
head, but I
Greek,
learned that whenever I was really young.
Norse mythology mixed around sometimes. Here's one of the covers.
Persephone was actually, I don't know if you know this, she was courted by Partyon, the god of spring break.
Party on, Wayne. Party on, Garth.
Party on, Darth.
Party on, Darth. Gotcha. Here's one of the American Gods. Well, thanks for stopping in last Sun. Appreciate the input on the comments.
Hopefully you'll have me back again.
Yes.
I got one more thing to talk about before we end.
Was that random?
Oh, I had one more thing to talk about before we end.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh, we're not ending the stream yet. We're just letting him go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I gotta go to bed, man. Work comes really cool.
Oh, cool, dude. Hey, thanks.
4 in the morning rolls around early.
Well, I hope you have me again, and
we'll have you every week you want to come on.
Alrighty, I'll see you guys next week then.
All right,
Sounds
brother.
good, brother.
Have a good one.
You do.
So that was Last Sun. Thanks to him for stopping by, and thanks for everybody for watching the stream, or all the writer crew for listening in. I hope you guys are still listening to us, not bored to death. The comic stuff. You guys can go on your phones, hit up YouTube or Facebook, and comment on something you'd like to hear for next time, because we want to keep our writer crew happy.
You can hit up DarthPanisha.com as well.
That's right. There's a you can sponsor there, and you can also send me an email and let me know what you wanna hear us talk about, or what you'd like to talk about and get involved with on the chat. So
you can also hit up Darth Panisha's Facebook or mine, Random Hero 83.
Random Hero 83.
I'm actually, now I feel kind of dumb. I cannot remember. Mine is Random Hero 83 or Random Hero 83 Gaming.
I thought it was gaming.
I think it is too, but I know it's what it is on YouTube. So, I mean, either way, just come to one of us and tell us what you want to hear, what you think.
We're constantly trying to make things better and make it more fan friendly. So we want you guys.
Speaking of making things better,
we want you guys input, and we definitely want to chat with you. So, and speaking of making things better.
Yeah, this is a video game thing for the first time.
Boom, boom, boom.
Okay, so we all play PUBG, right?
Yeah.
Which spawned from H1Z1. It's been a slew of games come out like that. But now we got this new one, this Fortnite Battle Royale.
Yes.
Fortnite Battle Royale is doing something that no one else is doing. They are trying to figure out how to get rid of cheaters and hackers, which, honest opinion, if you are that low in life that you have to cheat playing a video game to make yourself feel better, just I don't even know what to say to that. You're just,
we suck, but we don't cheat.
like the worst kind of person. Like, you're not even good enough in life to do any. You can't even play a video game. Like, that's just like smack yourself, go outside, get a job, get out your mom's basement, go find a fucking job.
If you ever watch us on Tuesday nights when we stream our PUBG gameplay, we suck. We're not the best. We don't
suck.
Well, we're not horrible, but we're not racking up the chicken dinners all the time like a lot of streams.
It's because we don't have the time to do this 24/7.
We do crazy things like roll into the final circle and jump in a vehicle and start dropping smoke bombs, and then forget to load up our weapon and die.
Yeah, yeah, and that shit's kind of fun. But there are people that are trying to make this. They have no other goal in, like, they can't do anything right in life, so they're like, I have to justify myself by being the best at this video game, so I'm gonna cheat, I'm gonna hack, I'm gonna go get this aimbot, or whatever. So Epic Games, who is behind Fortnite, now Fortnite knew they couldn't compete with PUBG, so they made their game free. So
is it free?
Fortnite, yeah, it is free. Yeah. Downloaded it a couple days ago, actually. So they're like, all right, so we're going to put our game out. We want to go up against PUBG because PUBG right now is like owning PC video gaming.
Oh, they're ruling everything that is.
Yeah, it's
Steam
not even
right
close.
now.
Like, dude, they passed 2 million players at one time today.
Yeah, they're breaking records constantly. But
Yeah.
the one thing about Fortnite is they actually have the engine that runs the software engine that runs PUBG.
Right. But they're doing something PUBG is not. Now, PUBG will ban you on Twitter, right? Or on the game through Twitter. Because
Right.
players will get on there and be like, hey, I'm getting sniped. I'm getting, like, this dude's hacking, whatever. And then Blue Hole goes on and they're like, all right, banned. Okay, so Epic Games is now taking these people to court. Like they're suing them.
Nice. They should.
Because, and I will read what this says now. Where's this coming? MSN.com. Okay. It says Epic filed complaints Tuesday against 2 alleged associates of Addicted Cheats, a website that provides aimbotting services to players. An aimbot gives an unfair advantage to in-competition players to automatically or by automatically targeting opponents. The 2 defendants apparently used the service to kill Twitch streamers, aka stream sniping, during matches on Fortnite in the new PvP mode, which is player versus player, Battle Royale. Epic Games claimed they had no reverse engineer they had to reverse engineer and modify Fortnite's source code because these people were they were hacking the code and rewriting it.
Yeah.
And one of the guys, it doesn't say what his name is, this dude's name was, or at least his gamer name, because it's fun to rage and see how streamers cry about how loaded they are and then they get stomped all anyway.
Wow.
But because of that, Epic Games is actually suing them and taking them to court over it because they hacked into their code, so they're effectively they're violating a copyright act by going in and taking away from a game and creating their own shit, which is not theirs. And I think that's awesome. And if people that if you can't play a video game and win, just accept the fact. I mean, if you have if that's where you've come in life, I have to hack this video game, I have to be number. You just suck at life.
That's no way to win. I mean, that's if you're
no,
going to win
it's
that
not
way.
even a win.
That's no way to win. So I'm looking at I'm on the Fortnite page. The player versus player battle royale is free. The standard edition campaign edition is $39. The deluxe is $60. The super
you don't need
deluxe,
all that. Just unlock the achievements.
The super deluxe is $90, and for the limited edition is $149 or $150. So it's
just unlock the achievements. Play the game for free.
Yeah,
Let's all go.
The player versus player, the battle royale mode is free, and that's one of the things that PUBG was battling with. PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds was battling with them about, but their engine, and they're talking about changing their engine for console platforms. So that'll be something.
I mean, dude, if you want to see a lawsuit in the making, wait for the British game that's coming out in the next 2-3 months, where they have PUBG, and it's a 400 at a time multiplayer mode.
Holy hell!
Yeah, but the trailer for it, what they released on their website, is the exact PUBG match or map. There's no difference. They stole the map, but they're going to add 400 people to it.
Wow.
Yeah. No. Next week, whenever we do this, I will have the link from YouTube ready to go. I'll put it up and people can watch it, or I'll send it to you and you can show them, whichever. But there's a game coming out where you can do 400 or 500 people at a time, which just sounds horrible.
It seems like it would cause
100 people is enough, dude.
Yeah, it seems like it would cause great lag to
not
to
even
play.
lag. Just are you kidding me? I've killed 72 people and I still have 300 alive. What the hell? That's not even fun anymore at that point in time.
Yeah. So if you want PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds, it's $30 on Steam. You can buy it directly off the PlayerUnknown.
Get it now. Get it now before
Battlegrounds.
it comes out. The full version comes out, because you'll get it for what you pay now, or you can pay the 85 to whatever the hell it'll be whenever it comes out.
I'm sure when it comes out for console, it will be a little bit more expensive. Well, hey everybody, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, if you already have it, you don't have to pay that.
Right. Cool. So hey everybody, it's 9:30 and we wanted to cut it short tonight. Busy weekend coming up, and we want to say thank to everybody, the crew at Writers, Matt Feltz, RNG Peach. Yeah, we dive real fast there, RNG Peach. Sometimes.
Hey, thank you to Last Son.
Way more than we want to. Thanks Darth Conquest, and thanks to our special guest, Last Son, for coming on and talking comics with us.
Maybe a more permanent person down the road.
We may have that may be his new segment. We may have him come at least
monthly,
once or twice a month, maybe, just to talk comic books with him. If you are a subject matter expert on something that we're not, or you've got a point that you want to prove and you want to talk to us about it, go to the webpage right above me, www.darthpanisha.com, or go to Darth Panisha on Facebook and send me a message. Let me know if it's, and I'll run it past the staff, and we'll see if that's something we want to do.
You can also hit me up as well.
Exactly. At Random Hero 83 on Facebook.
Same on YouTube.
And the same on YouTube. But go to Facebook if you want to drop us messages. You can comment. You can comment on the videos in YouTube, but you can't drop us messages like you can on Facebook. So, or at the website, or darthpanisha@gmail.com. I'm everywhere. You should be too. I'm pointing at you right there. So hey, thanks for everybody for stopping by and hanging out with us. Random Hero.
Yes. Oh yeah. Sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thanks for coming back each week and talking to us and giving us things to talk about, and keep coming back and tell people that may be interested in this. Tell them to come watch, and tell them to get in the comments, and tell them to exactly what Darth just said. I'm just reiterating the same fact. It's fun as hell interacting with you guys.
If you want to sponsor the stream and help us keep it going, I appreciate it. There's a link in the YouTube, and there's also a link on the website. We'll put your name up here if you got a gamer tag. If you don't want your real name used or something like that, we'll put your gamer tag down below as the stream sponsor. And we appreciate you coming by for random.
Hey, don't you have something on your website that says they can drop in their...
There's a sponsor link on there.
Tag?
Yep.
Well, no, just to play with us.
Yeah, just to play with us on the Death Squad page of the website. You can send in a request and maybe play with us live on the stream. We'll see. Never know. We'll run that by the staff. I got a big staff. I got jokes. So for Random Hero 83, this is Darth Panisha. Have a good night, and thanks for stopping by.
Night, y'all. Later.